Yeah. When I've been up this When up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to
Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now a carry for Lindsay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, hey, 7.
Check 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Allen. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. No. Off. Check 52.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Bridgewater. Looking deep for Julio. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now it's Lindsey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. but it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
319.
Check, 47. I got you.
Hey, tight. Here we go.
Allen now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
Slam.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 at the 19.
25. Check 25.
On the counter, here's Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Round 80.
53, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And an alley to run. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A give, running right, Lindsey. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now it's Yeldon running right, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Come on, let's go. He's brought down by Ryan Shazier. A gain of 4 yards.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Chris Jones on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Pilot, 64, weak. Tight dog. 56. General West. What's that?
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Allen throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. To throw, it's Allen. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check, 43. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. Bridgewater looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Lindsey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Banjo, banjo.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3.
And the catch made by Hopkins. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
43. Watch the slack. Watch the check 9, check 9.
Bridgewater on 1st down. It's complete to Jones.
Bridgewater's pass complete to Julio Jones. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. 1st down, and they'll try to run the option left. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll run here with Lindsey. Finding room inside the 40. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, team.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his 1st catch. Big reason they're losing right now. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. It'll be a loss of a yard, but now it'll be 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And here's Allen operating from the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Allen now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
43, boom, boom. 43 is the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught, Jones. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Julio Jones, 84 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. To the air, Allen. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st down, Allen. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Oh, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. They'll go again with Lindsey. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll go option to the short side. He may try and run for this. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. 25 yards that time. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
43's the mic.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's got his tight end, Burton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Complete to Jones. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Broncos, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast
Never switch, not a day in my life. You know me, my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.